you fly in up here, okay? You fly into this airport here, okay? And you fly in, and then you can take this. It takes a while to get to the center. Center's over here, right? And you can see all these hearts here, and these hearts is where Sendlington Tor is. That's the main train station. So, but where we stayed was this place called the Wunderlocke. So I'll show it to you. It's here. Okay. So this is kind of southwest, sorta, right? And the really cool thing about the Wunderlocke, right? Wunderlocke, right? The cool thing about the Wunderlocke is you go in, it got this pool, and the pool's got this treadmill over here. You can swim against that treadmill, right? Um, they've got great bathrooms. They've got this area you can hang out in. They've got coffee. They've got everything. You can work down here. It's a co-working area. It's kind of loud sometimes, though. And people live here. It's like an apartment hotel. So the area that we sort of hung out in the most was the lobby. But from there, okay, so you kind of have a place to stay. And the kind of cool thing you can do from there is so we're over here. Where's the Wunderlocke? Here it is. So we're here, right? Now, from here, you can sort of walk just about 20 minutes. And there's a couple of places you can go work out. You can work out at Sugar Mountain, and you can work out at this zipline park. So you got 2 workouts that you can do. Okay? Body weight workouts, right? So you can go over to Sugar Mountain, okay? And let's jump over there really quickly. So if you go to Sugar Mountain, you'll see there's all these weird things inside. We couldn't get inside when we were there, though. But they've got they've got this outdoor sort of calisthenics area. There's a bunch of pull-up bars and stuff, and they've got a soccer, an outdoor soccer court. They've got a basketball court. They've got ping pong tables, and you can buy ping pong gear at the sporting goods places and stuff around here. Over at Remarkedden is the mall that I always wind up going to because I work at VMware, which is in the same complex, but I'll talk about that later. But I'm just going to make a banner here for that. Ping pong at Sugar Mountain or Sudpark north of Wunderlocke. Okay. So that's kind of my, if you're looking for something to do that doesn't cost a lot of money, where you're not spending money on food and you're not wasting your life away, those are a couple of things you could do, right? No internet, no money, just go work out and feel good. There's a really good Indian restaurant just literally 10 seconds away from the Wunderlocke. And there's also a pub you can go to almost any time of the day or night called Dillinger, right? Where you can get real food, like kind of American style Tex-Mex type food. And then there's a grocery store, but then there's a place that's really cool that you have to go to. It's called Auguster Schutzgarten. And this is a massive, they call them beer gardens. It's just huge. And they have actual good German food here. And there's a huge, huge grassy area where you can play and run around and do whatever you want. You can see the kids playing soccer here. Okay, so this is kind of my favorite thing that seems to be pretty common here is there seems to be a lot of places that are very physical where you can really do things. Other than just eat and spend money. So it's cool. Or be on the internet or whatever. And so this is this Wunderlocke area, and it's kind of out of the main area of Munich, right? It's only one stop away from this really cool zoo called Tire Park, which also has incredible food, by the way. I didn't eat there, but my wife and kids ate there, and they have incredible food at this zoo. I don't know if they have any pictures of it here, but evidently they've just got the most amazing food here, and it's not that expensive. So that's your sort of starting area, right? So, okay, now moving on. Now, moving towards the center of town. Sendlington Tor, right? Okay, so now you're going towards Sendlington Tor. So you get over here, like I said, we started at this Wunderlocke area, and you just walk, like, 5 minutes and you're at Iden Buxtrausen subway station. Okay? And then you take this train, this Musach train, right? And you take that train, and in about 10 minutes, you're in the center of Munich, man. You're in the center of Munich at that point. And so I'll tell you my kind of things that I like in the center of Munich, right? So my favorite is the Fjallraven store because it's huge. And evidently there's more stores like this in Europe, but I've never seen anything like it. So this is a cool place to go. If you look at it, see this massive floor? I mean, that's like huge. They've got like a lake in there. I don't know why they've got a lake in the store. And they've got all the latest Kanken gear, which is the best gear you can buy, I think. And they've got North Face gear. They've got all sorts of backpacking, running around, outdoor type stuff, right? I should update the banner, shouldn't I? Okay, cool. So that's right in the center of Sendlington Tor, okay? In Sendlington Tor. Well, it's not really right in the center of Sendlington Tor. It's kind of in that Marienplatz kind of area, I think. But so you got the idea. Now again, you can play more ping pong if you go out here. There's ping pong tables all over Munich, and it only costs you like 10 euros to buy a little tiny ping pong paddle, like you get one of these, right? You get one of these, you walk around with it. If you got kids, you understand why this is all important, right? Because kids don't like sitting around at a restaurant for 5 hours, and you know what? Neither should you. Off your ping pong everywhere in Germany, okay? So, and then there's all the historical stuff in this area, right? So you go into this old town area, and that's where you get all these great restaurants. You get all the famous, German restaurants and stuff like that. This is one place that I'd highly recommend as a restaurant. It's called Zoom Goldenen Kabib. Zoom Goldenen Kalb. Okay. And I got a video on YouTube with a little tour of it. They let you pick out your steak. You can get a real. It's as good of a steak as you'll get. It's on par with great steak in America. I'm from Oklahoma, and I understand steak, and it's good steak. It's the best steak you'll get anywhere. They've got dry aged stuff. They've got a charcoal grill that gets really hot, and it's legit. I didn't know Europeans could make steak like we do in America, but they can. You got to check out this library because it's what you think of when you think about a library. It's the Indiana Jones library. It's that type of a library, right? It's massive. And it's right in the center of everything. But I want to go, before I get too deep into the Munich stuff, I want to sort of go north now. So now you can go to Olympic Park, and again, it's just it's just one train ride to go. Once you get to Sendlington Tor, it's just a train ride to get out to Olympic Park. And Olympic Park is where you get a couple of things. You get the BMW Museum. And the BMW Museum is really cool because if you go to the BMW Museum, right? BMW Museum, right? If you go to the BMW Museum in Munich, then what you get is you get to see sort of the evolution of the car over decades and decades. And I think that's what's really cool about it. And they actually have the metrics around it. So I have a video on my YouTube where we go through sort of analyzing. It's this one here. Okay. So so you can see this video. It's on my YouTube channel. It's in the Munich playlist. I have a Munich playlist now. You can watch it. But you can do a lot of exercises. Like you can go and you can sort of write down the facts and start to sort of think to yourself, like how did this horsepower get to the point that it's at now? And you can sort of see that graph. And it's an interesting thing. But then you're there and you leave and you're, getting kind of restless, and you've got this whole Olympic Park, which is kind of amazing. It's just got all sorts of stuff. It's got restaurants, it's got tennis courts, it's got historic stuff. It's got another restaurant, it's got like a beach volleyball area, and you can kind of then go and you can sort of start now working your way east, and then there's this amazing river, and if you go to this river, you can float through this river, and you can float around in this river. It's like called the English Garden, right? So if you go here, you can float around in here, and there's like automated floating things somewhere. I forgot where they are. But yeah, people like surf in here. You see this? Okay. So English Garden, Munich, right? You can float around in here, and you can do all sorts of cool stuff. Your kids can jump in here. You can jump in here. You see this? These guys are surfing. It's like a fake surfing river thing. I don't get it. This is like, it's really cool. So what you're talking about is something like, there's the Wunderlocke, there's Sendlington Tor, there's Sugar Mountain. Then from Sugar Mountain, you've got Sudpark. Okay, and then from Sudpark, and then if you go, you sort of start talking about going north here. Now you've got Olympic Park. Wait, this is all screwed up. I don't know what I did. This is all weird. Let me move this over here. This is like kind of this way, right? And then, oh no, this map sucks. It's more like that. Okay, and Sendlington Tor is over here, right? And then from there, now you've got Olympic Park here, right? And you got Olympic Park there, and then you've got my favorite area, which is the VMware office and Remarkaden, right? Which is the mall, and the mall's like, you should see the mall. I mean, like, if you look at the mall, let me show you the mall. If I was to show you the mall, look at this. Okay. Look at this. Okay, so this mall, right? This is all the food in the mall. And I know you're thinking, why is he showing me a mall? The reason I'm showing you this mall is because you could have like an amazing dinner here. It looks kind of stupid, but you'll like it, and it'll be cheap, and you'll have fun, and you can eat really weird stuff for almost no money, as opposed to going to some fancy restaurants. But here's the thing that's interesting about this Remarkaden place, right? Is that so to get there, you got to take, this is the U2, and to go from here to here, this is the U3 line. Okay. No matter who you are, if you go to Munich, you're going to end up in Sendlington Tor at some point. So, there's a U2 and the U3. Now, you take that U2, okay, and like I'm just telling you about this mall. I happen to work at this company, VMware, but when you go on the U2, you can stop in Trudering. And what you could do is you could walk from the Trudering train station, which is over here. You could walk, like, through Trudering, stop somewhere, have a beer, have lunch, relax a little bit, and then you could walk up this weird nature trail area, and then you could go and do some pull-ups over here in Reamer Park, which is right outside of the entrance to the mall, right? So you kind of like get off the train, you get a good 1.5 mile walk in, and then you can go in here and you can wander through these beautiful gardens with calisthenics stations everywhere and sort of wander your way in towards the mall, right? And then hang out at the mall. There's restaurants here. There's all sorts of stuff. And then once you're done with that, you can go to this gold museum. And this place is really cool. So they've got a gold museum here. And the name of this place is Pro GmbH, right? So this is some kind of gold museum. I didn't know such a thing existed. People go here and they like sell gold and buy gold, and I don't know why their website doesn't work, because they're so cool that it doesn't even matter. I don't know. Yeah, here we go. Right, so you can go in here, you could look at all their gold coins and their gold bars and all sorts of stuff. It's ridiculous. You can touch their gold bars. You can like play with their gold bars and stuff. You can do whatever you want. It's like some kind of gold. It's like a playground for gold. I'm not kidding. I have a video with it in here. I have a video somewhere in here. I know I got a video in this YouTube playlist of mine. Let me see. If I go to my channel and then I go to playlists, and if you go here, there's like a thing. It's like gold. Where is it? Munich. Here it is. Yeah. See. So if you go here, no, not that. Not that one. Look, I got so many videos. Real gold. Here it is. See this? Okay, so you can go and you can play around their gold bars. Who's ever touched a real gold bar before, like in DuckTales? Right? Gold bars, like in DuckTales. I'm telling you, man. You gotta go to this place. So, okay, you think it's like, okay, I've seen it all. But you can do this, and, there's a trampoline park. And I know you might not think it's a huge deal, trampoline park. That's not some kind of new advanced technology, but you haven't seen one like this before. It's called Superfly. It's in kind of a weird, seedy area, a little bit. But they've got a thing. They've got a slide. They've got this slide. I'm going to show you the slide. Just let me show you. This is a cool little thing you can do, a little jumping thing you can do. They don't have those in the USA. But they've got this slide. And I have a video of it. If I can't find it on Google Maps, I'll just show my video. I can't find it on here. I'll show you my video. Look at this. Here it is. Look at this. See this slide? Look at this slide. Look at this slide. Watch this. Look at this. Look at this. That is a huge slide. It's like a 30-foot slide. I don't know how many feet that is. It's like 30 feet. Look at Santa on this slide. Let him go. So you got this trampoline park, and that's kind of right, and one more stop over, right? So you got the trampoline park right here, right? That's one stop. That's like 5 minutes. I mean, it's like maybe 15 minutes because there's a 10-minute walk. But yeah, you can hang out at the mall, then you can jump over this trampoline park, back to Sendlington Tor, back to Wunderlocke. Maybe your hotel's in here. So that's it. I mean, the three things are there's the BMW Museum. You got to go there. You got to take notes, draw some diagrams, hang out, learn something. You know, please take notes and draw pictures while you're here and add them in the comments if you can link them, right? You know, I think it's really important to internalize what you've experienced when you're doing these things. So, but I wanted to show you this store in Marienplatz, which is this mall here. Again, those of you who have been watching my videos, you know I'm really into this whole thing of like disconnecting from the internet so you can be better, so you can be stronger, smarter, and more self-sufficient. And I found a store called Papeterie Batlet Rhyme, and they have all sorts of really cool pens and notebooks. So I got my stationaries and stuff while I was there, and the lady that works there is really nice. And it's right next to the Lego store too. Right? Papeterie Bathelt. That's what that place is for pens. Okay? That's kind of my tour of Munich. I don't know, man. Maybe there's other stuff to do here, but I don't think you can beat Gold Museum, Trampoline Park, Ping Pong, pull-up bars, Sugar Mountain, and artificial river with waves in it. The last thing I will say is the grocery stores here are incredible. You can go into the grocery stores and you can really eat a ketogenic diet here. And that's kind of the last thing I'll say. Germany Ultimate Keto Heaven. Because there's so many different types of meat. You've got so many different types of sausages. They've got smoked fish everywhere. You can just walk around eating a different type of sausage and a different type of fish every day. I was eating these massive, huge mackerels. I had this one mackerel. It was... where was it? I don't know where I put that fish video. Let's see. German fish keto. Does my video come up if you search for this? Not really. There's other people who are more famous than me on YouTube. Oh my god. I mean, I made a video about this. Why isn't it coming up in search? Sardines. Oh, look at this guy. He's saying eat more sardines on keto. You should do that. More sardines. Add sardines to your keto plan. I have a video about this. I'll show you. If you just hang on for a second. Here we go. Here it is. Here's my take on this. Look at this sardine. Look, well, that's not a sardine. That's a mackerel. It's a huge mackerel. Okay. It's a massive, huge mackerel. Okay, mackerel. And they're so good for you, mackerel, right? They're just ridiculously good for you. The mackerel, sardines, tons of omega. These are small fish. They eat small plants. So you can chop that thing up, and I mean, I swear to God, it tastes like chicken, you know, and you can put some German mustard on there. So that's kind of my guide to like coming out here and hanging out. You don't have to spend too much money. I mean, most of the things that I told you to do here are basically free. Ping pong's free. Ping pong, parks, fish. That's it, man. It's a good place. You should come.